honestly my favorite part. Because I love it when I get school groups. Yeah, I actually had a group of 43 fourth graders by myself. That was interesting. So I got to the point where the only way to keep them in line was to treat them like inmates. And the teachers did not mind it at all. Now, but where we are right now is Main Hall or Main Street. Anytime you see new in front of the word, that was all later contractor built after the Great Depression. So actually, there's an example on this rec yard out here of the two types of stones that were laid between the two groups. Now, the wall back there with the door is actually a fake wall. We built that wall to hide our haunted house attraction each October, which is an award-winning haunted house. So if y'all want to get scared this Halloween, just come on back. We got an adult one and a kid one, so just bring the whole family. Now, it would actually stretch about 250 feet behind that wall. New wall consists of 4 different cell blocks. These were your general population inmates or your less severe charged crimes. Whereas you had your burglars, bank robbers, kidnappers, drug runners, those sorts of charges. Whereas this side housed the worst of the worst, your murderers, rapists, drug lords, and gang leaders. Now, the yellow lines that you see here are all the inmate walk paths. Well, you'll see that this one goes right back around. That's because these inmates are your general population inmates. A lot of these inmates are allowed to have jobs. They made braille for the blind and state-issued license plates. A lot of them were janitors and worked in the kitchen. So at times you would have about 200 to 300 inmates in this hallway with only one unarmed officer. They actually had to leave him unarmed for his own safety and protection, and we were highly understaffed. Now, he did have somewhat form of protection. It would have been the officer in this gun room right here with a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun and a 357 mag handgun. That's why you see the red line here. Any inmates traveling back to New Wall have to be in a single file line. Their arm has to be on the wall as high as it could go. Your other arm is on the shoulder of the inmate in front of you. Your head has to be down and your mouth has to be shut. No questions asked. Well, if an inmate happened to cross this red line, he opened fires, no questions asked. Yeah, he only had a split-second decision to make. He didn't know if any of these inmates were trying to actually attack the officer. Some of these inmates would like to trick the inmates in front of them, leading them to cross the line so that they could be shot. Well, essentially a lot of people died in this hallway just due to a painted line. Now, we were shut down for several different reasons. One being we broke the 8th Amendment, cruel and unusual punishment. A lot of abused power between the officers and the wardens, which when we go on through here, I'll give you a couple examples. Now, the living conditions were absolutely terrible. Well, y'all feel it's kind of muggy in here. Y'all came on a good day and a good time. Because normally it is burning up in here. That's because from 1866 to 1995, and still to this day, no central air heat. We actually had somebody come in here and take a temperature recording of the top tiers of the cells back when this place was opening in the middle of summer, and it ranged anywhere from 130 to 150 degrees. So if you're up there in those cells, that's what you would have to live in all day and all night. Their only source of air were just ceiling fans and a ventilation system that just recirculated this air. In the winter, this hallway was nicknamed the ice rink. From all the layers of frost and ice on the floors in the morning, inmates actually woke up in frost-covered blankets. Their only source of heat were just wall radiators about 16.5 feet away from the cells. So you're still not going to feel it. Now, does anybody have any questions so far about this hallway? Well, our next